So, last Saturday, my friends and I were hanging out at my place, battling the existential dread that comes with realizing we're all adults now, and our wildest adventure lately was arguing about whose turn it was to bring snacks to game night. That's when Mark, who's always had a flair for the dramatic, and a truly concerning knowledge of movie trivia, suggested we inject some excitement into our lives by recreating the most epic movie scene we could think of, in public. After a heated debate that ended when Jen threatened to leave if we tried anything involving body paint or public nudity, we landed on the classic lion taming scene from the old circus movies. You know, the one with the whip and the chair and the guy in the top hat? It was perfect, except for one minor detail: none of us had a lion. Now, most people would stop there. But not us. No, we decided the next best thing would be to head to the local pet store and tame whatever animal we could find. Armed with a dollar store plastic top hat, a folding chair, and a licorice whip, because Mark said authenticity is in the spirit, not the budget, we marched into Pet Palace like we owned the place. The staff gave us the kind of look usually reserved for people who ask if iguanas make good emotional support animals, but we pressed on. We set up shop in front of the hamster cages, which, in hindsight, should have tipped us off that maybe our standards for ferocious beasts were a tad low. Mark dramatically cracked the licorice whip at the bars and yelled, "Back! Back, you wild things!" While Jen waved the chair and I did my best David Attenborough voiceover about nature's most misunderstood predators. The hamsters, meanwhile, continued their nap, completely unimpressed by our display of bravery. Things escalated when Mark tried to coax one of them onto a tiny plastic platform and it promptly peed on his hand, which I guess is how hamsters express dominance. That's about when the manager showed up, looking like he'd seen one too many TikToks gone wrong, and informed us that lion taming with the merchandise was not, in fact, an approved store activity. So, we got kicked out. Apparently, Cirque du Soleil isn't a crowd pleaser when your main act is 3 adults and a rodent named Mr. Nibbles. As we slunk out, Mark turned to us and said, "Well, guess we'll have to pause our movie career until we can find a more suitable cast." And that, my friends, is how we learned that when life gives you hamsters, you probably shouldn't try to whip them into shape.